Hello everyone, I'm JG and welcome back to Music Forever, where today I'm bringing you guys a brand new update video for my vinyl and CD collection. I have a few new records and CDs I want to show off to you guys today. So yeah, you guys know the drill already at this point. Let's get started with the first record I want to show off. Here I have a copy of the Beatles' White Album, or self-titled album, whatever you want to call it. Great project from the Beatles, one of my favorites of theirs. And I do apologize for the glare on this thing, but as you could tell, it's this like shiny white cover, which is, it looks decent enough, I guess. You do have the Beatles' name written here. I know it's tough to see. It's that kind of lettering that sticks out of the cover. I'm not really sure what that's called, but yeah, that's what it is. The back is just blank white, so I won't really bother showing that to you. And on the inside gatefold here, you have a picture of the Beatles, you know, all four of them. Don't really need to introduce them at this point. And then on the other side, you just have the track listing for this record. There's not a lot to say about the records themselves that come with this. They sound good, and you know, I guess that's the most important thing about them. They're just on black vinyl. However, this does come with a few extra goodies. You have, for one thing, it comes with a picture of each of the Beatles. Like, for example, here you have John, you got Paul, you got George, and you know, Ringo. You got all four of them here. These are pretty big sized pictures, and it does come with all four of them. So yeah, these are pretty nice. I guess you could hang them up on your wall as like a poster or something if you would like. And then you also have this, which is the lyric booklet type thing that this record comes with. It folds out in a kind of complicated manner here, as I'm trying to do now, and it opens up into this giant poster thing, which just has pictures of the band, pieces of artwork, I guess relating to this time period with the band, things of that sort. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty massive as well. As you could see, I can't even fit the whole thing in the camera there. And on the back side, as I said before, you have the lyrics to all of the songs on this project, which is, you know, pretty helpful to have. But overall, between the packaging with this record and the sound of it, of course, just the music on it too, I'm pretty happy with this White Album I recently picked up. Overall, great record if you haven't heard it already. Moving on, though, the next record I have to show off is one of my favorites from this year. It's the newest album from Injury Reserve, their self-titled debut project. Overall, just a great piece of modern, kind of weird, alternative hip-hop. It does really sound like a lot of the ideas that have been experimented with and played around with in the underground for the past few years kind of culminate here on this release with some pretty great results. On the backside there, you just have more of this picture. And the record itself, once again, isn't really anything all that special to show off. It's just on a black vinyl record. However, you do also have with this poster thing that has pictures of the group members there. And on the back side of this, you have, I guess, the credits for the record. They're kind of written out in this strange sort of manner. Pretty cool. I think it works well with the aesthetic of the rest of the record and how it sounds. But yeah, the packaging on this one isn't quite as complicated as the last record I showed off. However, the music on this thing is still really fantastic. If you haven't heard this album yet this year, you should definitely do so, because like I said, it's one of my favorites of the year, and I have a feeling it's going to be placed pretty highly on my favorites of the year list come December, or January, whenever I make that video. Moving on, though, the next record I have to show off is the Omnibus compilation from Tupperware Remix Party. This is essentially the 4 EPs that the band released between 2015 and 2017 compiled onto one vinyl release. These 4 EPs were never released on their own on vinyl. They were released on CD. I do own those all on CD already, and I do really like those EPs. So I was really excited to pick them up in the vinyl format, just because some of these, especially the last 2 EPs here, the Guardian of the Zone EP and the Lady World EP, are some of my favorite EPs in the past few years. That's not to say that I disliked the first 2 EPs here. In fact, I quite like the Tonight EP and the Believe in Your Dreams EP a bit. They're still really enjoyable. It's just, overall, this collection is really fun, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The artwork that you have here on the front is exclusive to this compilation release, and as you can see there, it's just really beautiful. I love the aesthetic that Tupperware Remix Party has with their releases, and getting to see this artwork on vinyl, up and close, it's gorgeous. The backside here has more artwork that's really beautiful as well. When you open up the gatefold here, you have, once again, some more gorgeous artwork, as well as the track listing for each of these EPs that come with this. There's 2 records here. Each side to a record here has one of the EPs on it. And overall, it's just a really convenient way to listen to all 4 of these on vinyl. Once again, the records that come with this are just on black vinyl, so I'm not really going to show those off, and there's no, added lyric sheet or posters or anything that come with this either that I have to show off. But overall, I'm still really happy with this just because, like I said, if you want to hear this music on vinyl, this is the only way to do so, and the artwork is fantastic here. Just the presentation here is an A+ presentation, at least to me, and considering I love the band and their music, I'm really happy to have this, and I'm pretty disappointed in the fact that I missed out on the vinyl release of their debut record, Together Through Time, last year. I'm hoping that they restock that sometime soon so I could pick up a copy, because that's also a really great release from these guys. I would also love to pick up a copy of the band's newest record, Return to Wherever, on vinyl if they ever decide to drop that on vinyl, but instead I just had to settle for a CD copy of it instead, which is still pretty good overall. Once again, the artwork that the band has here is really great. I love the aesthetic that the band has. The backside to this thing is beautiful too. And when you open this thing up, you just have the track listing and lyrics written on the inside here. There's no booklet that comes with it. It's just this one sleeve thing that covers over the disc. And the disc itself also looks really beautiful as well. And once again, it has the track listing written on it. Not a super complex packaging here for this CD, but I still really love the artwork and the design of this thing. And the music itself on here is great too. Another one of my favorite records of 2019, and one that you should definitely check out if you haven't done so already. Moving on though, let's talk about an album that also happens to feature Tupperware Remix Party on it, but isn't quite a Tupperware Remix Party album. The newest record from Starbomb, the Triforce. This is of course the music project, the combination of Ninja Sex Party and Ego Raptor from Game Grumps. Of course, Dan from Ninja Sex Party is also on Game Grumps, so this is just kind of like Game Grumps, the album. And Tupperware Remix Party play the backing band here on this project too. That's what I meant before in saying that this is kind of a Tupperware Remix Party project as well. I thought this was a good record when it dropped earlier this year. Not like one of my favorites of the year or anything necessarily. I highly doubt this is going to make my best of the year list unless it grows on me a lot in the next few months. However, I mostly picked this up because, like I said before, I do enjoy it to a fair extent. There are some really great songs on this thing. And also, I own all of Ninja Sex Party and Starbomb's other releases on CD, so I just wanted to get this one too to complete my collection. And as far as that goes, this does the job just fine, I guess. I like the artwork here on the front of this thing. It captures the aesthetic of Starbomb really nicely. On the back here, you just have the track listing and the title, all that stuff. You open this up here, and this one has a booklet that comes with it. Once again, you have some really cool artwork there, and on the back you have some more neat artwork. On the inside, you mostly just have the lyrics written out here. You also have some thank yous, things of that sort, some more artwork on occasion too. Not a super complex booklet or anything, but it gets the job done nicely enough. And then of course on the inside here you also have the disc itself, which looks pretty good. So yeah, overall I'm pretty satisfied with this CD. Like I said, not one of my favorites of the year necessarily, but it's good enough that I didn't mind picking it up on CD, especially to complete my collection. Moving on, the final thing I have to show off here today is the soundtrack, or the first soundtrack rather, for Neon Genesis Evangelion, composed by, and I'm probably going to butcher this so I apologize in advance, Shiro Sagisu. Once again, I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, but I love Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's one of my favorite anime out there, and the soundtrack to it is really great as well, so I wanted to pick some of it up on CD. I went with the first soundtrack CD because it has some of the most iconic music from the series on it, like the opening theme, for example, the closing theme, Fly Me to the Moon 2, a lot of the biggest, most popular, and most recognizable songs from in the show itself too, like Angel Attack, and things like that. Overall, just a really solid collection of music from the show. I mean, I think all the music from the show is really great, but if you were going to go with any one of these soundtracks to get, I would probably say this is the best one because, like I said, it has some of the biggest and most iconic pieces of music from the show just on one disc, pretty much. The packaging for this CD is pretty standard stuff. You got Shinji and Unit 1 on the front there. Pretty solid design, I guess. The back just has Unit 1 again with the track listing. Nothing, out of this world or anything, but it gets the job done. The inside here just has the CD, which looks really nice. And it does come with a little booklet that I think is pretty cool. Once again, the front is just the front cover. The back is pretty nice too. And inside, I guess you have some lyrics and thank yous. Some of it's in Japanese and some of it's in English. Like, the song lyrics in English are in English, but parts that are in Japanese are in Japanese. So I can't read all of this, unfortunately. But I guess if you look it up online, you could probably find a translation to this. But, you know, it's pretty standard stuff at the end of the day. You do also get some images from the show itself in there. And, yeah, overall, pretty nice packaging and a pretty great soundtrack, too. And with that said, that concludes all the vinyl records and CDs that I wanted to show off to you guys here today. Yeah, if you guys have any new additions to your collection that you would like to share, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. While you're down there, make sure you also leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more music-related content. Things like album reviews, track reviews, more CD and vinyl collection update videos too. My next one should probably be coming out around the new year, probably early January, late December, sometime around then. Maybe before then if I just happen to get a lot of records, but I'm not anticipating making another one until, yeah, around the new year. So, yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, and stay golden.